Well, we all want to get rich, but in order for that to happen, you must fix your money problems first. And the 4 habits we are going to discuss today can fix 94% of all your money problems. Yeah, it won't solve all the way up to 100%, but it can absolutely get you most of the way there, because I believe you too can have financial freedom and be able to retire early. And that's what this channel is all about. So make sure you're subscribed, because they don't want you to know any of this information, and I want you to be completely free from this mess. So the first habit is to define your goals. You cannot fix your money problems if you don't actually have goals to work towards in the first place. So you need to get in the habit of goal setting. Small goals, large goals, everything in between. You've got to get in the habit of goal setting, so that way you actually know where you're going. So you can actually take actionable steps day in and day out, week in and week out, kind of building those habits as well, those good financial habits more importantly, to get yourself to those goals. But a lot of times people get really confused and they get really upset because you don't know where to start. Well, right there, that's exactly where you start, is with goal setting. And then it's much easier to lay out the steps from there. If you don't have a goal, it's just a giant hodgepodge of a million different possibilities, and that doesn't help anyone. It just overwhelms you, and it actually delays you from taking steps in order to actually improve your financial situation. Habit number 2 is set up easy wins. Now look, I'm a big believer in big goals. Dream big, go big, start there. But I would be lacking, and I would be wrong in saying that having some smaller attainable goals can actually help you build momentum towards those bigger goals. It is nice to be able to just do something as simple as check off a box on your checklist and say that you did something. I do it every day. I have small, little attainable goals with little tasks that I need to do to kind of just get me going in the morning. I don't really need any more motivation, but it does feel good to check off a couple things within the first, 15 minutes of the morning, showing that I'm making progress towards my goals that day. So set up easy wins for yourself. Something as simple as just, hey, I'm going to put back $100 this month into my savings account, and then set out to do that. And my guess is you'll attain that goal pretty easily, pretty quickly, maybe even a lot quicker than a month. And that's a big win right there for you. And we'll show you that the process and the goal setting process is working. Again, guys, a lot of this isn't me blowing minds or anything else like that. It's science. All the studies have been done on this, and they show that setting up small, achievable wins early on can help you have a greater chance of success later on. Habit number 3, account for every dollar. You must know where every dollar goes, and that becomes a daily habit. Money comes out of your account daily, most likely, and that means you need to account for it daily as well. So get in that habit of, at the end of the day, understanding exactly where your money went. Now, I agree, you can do it weekly. Some folks choose to do it monthly, but that becomes a big daunting task. You're going to spend a lot of time there if you wait until the end of the month in order to go through where every dollar went. But once you start understanding where every dollar goes, you'll also start noticing the opportunity cost lost by spending that money on whatever frivolous thing you were spending that money on. As of today, right now, I would venture to say most of you guys out there cannot tell me where every single dollar of your money goes, good and bad. You can't tell me that. And that right there is another habit that once you get into and you know where your money's going, and you start holding yourself accountable to where it's going, and you understand where it's going more importantly. Most of the wealthy folks I know absolutely know where every single dollar of their money goes. Again, remember, most people out there are not celebrities out there just doing whatever the heck they're doing, or they may not actually know where all their money is going. The vast majority of actual millionaires who built businesses, did it through investing and other means, they know exactly where every dollar of their money goes, and they account for it. And actually, before we get to number 4, I'm going to give you a bonus habit that you can take on as well. So we actually got 2 more left, not just 1. And the bonus habit is to track your progress. Guys, this is going to be as simple as doing it on a spreadsheet. You can do it on paper. You can use a tracker of some sort. There's 1,000 different ways to do it. I'm sure there's an app out there that does it too. But track your progress towards your goals, towards what you're trying to achieve. Being able to visually see it sometimes can really solidify the progress that you're making when you're in the middle of all the minutia and it feels like you're not making any progress. If you're able to pull back and actually see and track what you're doing, 1, it'll hold you accountable because you'll see when you're going nowhere visually. And 2, it can also give you that extra boost whenever you're right in the middle of it and you feel like you're going nowhere, but you actually are going somewhere in terms of progress. Tracking that progress shows you moving towards actually solving your financial problems. Habit number 4 is plan out every day. You should always start every morning with a plan of attack. I actually set my plan of attack sometimes at the beginning of the week, but I definitely verify it the night before so that way that next morning I can hit the ground running towards those goals that we set earlier on. Remember, we talked about goal setting earlier. This is another step in that. Plan out every single day so I don't waste time. I don't try to, oh, let me decide if I want to do this, do I want to do that? Because inevitably we'll choose, well, what's the easiest? Or maybe what we want to do. And in a lot of cases, in order to hit your goals, you don't need to choose either one of those because they're not actually moving you towards your goals. If you don't have a plan, it will give you a reason and an excuse to deviate from whatever plan you had or whatever goal you had, and to just kind of choose what you want in the end. And what you end up with is you end up with disorganization, and you end up with days, weeks, sometimes months where you make absolutely zero progress on your goals. So planning out your day every single day is critical to moving the needle towards your goals. And the good news is this channel is all about financial freedom and getting you there to early retirement or whatever your big picture goal is. They basically want you working forever. I want you completely free from this mess, so make sure you're subscribed so that way you get this information. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.